What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about the BTC dominance today. I'm assuming nobody's going to watch this video because everybody's going to be going over to Ben Cowen's channel. He deserves it after all, man. If you don't know who Ben Cowen is, what are you doing watching my video, man? Because this guy, let me, if I can pull it up. Come on now, buddy. Come on here. Let's go. Ben, where are you at? Shout out to Crown, too. Look at that guy. He's freaking G right there. All right, Benjamin Cowen. This guy has been calling for years, guys. Years. Whoa. Sorry. Years. That we would see 60% Bitcoin dominance. He posted 22 minutes ago. This is probably his victory lap video. I would recommend anybody watch this if they want to for fun, if this is the kind of stuff that excites you or not. But he's been calling for Bitcoin dominance to hit 60% or more for years. And actually, he made a video recently, but not this most recent one, but it might have been this one, or maybe it was sometime, I don't know, it was another one that he talked about the dominance on. I was just watching it. Maybe it was, yeah, it was the one day ago. This one, that was the one. He was talking about how he expected we would actually see it go above 60%. He's been saying 60% specifically, and he wanted to outline that he didn't expect that we would stop at 60%. We would more likely go above it. And me, being a technical analyst, I've been doing this for over 8 years now. I agree. I don't think that we're going to stop at 60%, right? So all that being outlined right now, we're at 59.89%. 60.12% is where the high is right now. I don't believe, and I would love to be wrong. I think everybody would love it right now if I was wrong about this, because if I'm wrong, that means altcoin season is starting right now. But I don't believe that this is the beginning of that sell-off in the dominance, right? And I want to be clear too, the sell-off in the dominance is the exact opposite of sell-offs in the markets, right? This dominance drop-off only happens when Bitcoin's moving up and the rest of the market is moving up faster, right? This doesn't mean Bitcoin's dumping. It doesn't mean anything negative. This is the one chart in crypto where red is a really good thing. And with that, I want to look at the chart right here and show you, just with your own naked eyes, right? Look at this right here. Does it seem to me, like to any of you? I mean, to me it does, but does it seem? Would you think that we're on a path that is sustainable, or we are soon to sell off? Even if we are to go up above this high in the dominance, right? Even if we are to go up above here still, wouldn't it make sense to find some kind of move down, find a higher low, and then continue, right? Get this parabolic structure, this higher low right there. I'm not drawing it the best, but you can see what I'm going for. Wouldn't it make sense? And if the answer is yes to you, like it is to me, what that could mean, you guys, again, red is good, could mean that we're about to see altcoins across the board, because this isn't just for like half of them. This isn't just for a quarter of them. This is across the board in crypto. If your altcoin is not moving up while the rest of the altcoins are moving up, that might be a signal that you might be in the wrong coin. But what I'm trying to say is you might see altcoins get a pop this week. We might see across the board, and I'm not just talking about meme coins. I'm not just talking about your decentralized coins. I'm talking about your centralized exchange coins, the coins that you've been holding that have been doing jack all cycle. You might see those start to run a little bit this week, right? Again, I'm not expecting that this is that immense sell-off that we get each cycle, right? And I'm curious to see. I actually haven't seen his most recent video. I'm curious to see what he's saying. I'm sure this is just a victory lap video, 19 minutes long. That's actually pretty short for him, so it probably is just like a celebration. I'm gonna watch this after this video, actually. But again, I'm not expecting that it's going to be this drop off like we've seen in prior bull cycles. But we're close. We're very close, right? We're extremely freaking close, you guys, both in a time perspective and in a percentage perspective. If we take the high here to the low, and I know I made a Bitcoin video already, but man, when I saw the dominance, I couldn't help myself. I'm like, it's above 60%. We're doing this in honor of Ben Cowen. We hit the 61869 area, right? We've actually like gotten pretty well into it. We could go, I think the highest I would expect us to go would be 64.5. Is this the right fib to take? Because it doesn't seem to be being respected too much, actually. It might not be the right fib. I mean, that's the right high. Should I take this low? I don't know. You know what? Maybe. And it is the dominance, so it is going to be a little bit different, but maybe I should take this high to this low. Yeah, you're showing a lot more respect on these extensions actually. And in which case, again, hey, that 64% still does show up. So we're at 60%, 4% move from here, you guys. That's not a small ask. That's a pretty big ask in itself. And in which case, we might see Bitcoin really start to separate from the rest of altcoins in that time. I'm not saying that we're going to go here. I don't think that we are personally. I think that we'll probably stop, around 60 to 61%, maybe 62% at the highest, but we could go all the way up to 64%. I'm addressing that to say that we don't have to turn around right now. We could still continue to grow through the rest of this year up there, but we are in that area. We are in a deep extended zone based off of this fib. We are based off of this fib right in the golden ratio zone as well, right in that golden pocket. We are primed, I think, for this sell-off, and it could happen any day now. And again, I want to touch on something that I went over in my live stream last night, which is that if we took the halving dates, right, we go back in time, we don't have 2012 on here, so we're going to use 2016's halving, which was in July 9th, 2016. And actually, let's go on a weekly basis so that we can get it a little bit more refined. July 9th, 2016, that would have been the week of July 6th. That was the start of it, right? We didn't really start to sell off until here, until about 38 weeks, right? That was when we really started to sell off. That was the beginning of it, right? Obviously, the pace picked up from there. Maybe I should say 39 weeks. 39 weeks, yeah, that seems appropriate because that one wasn't too extreme. But 39 weeks, that's when you really started to sell off there. We go to the next halving, 2016, or no, it was 2016, 2020, May 11th. We got that down now, May 11th, right here on a Monday. We started to sell off. We sold off a little bit, but we didn't get that dramatic sell-off that we get, right? We didn't start that until we didn't top off and start to move down until 33 weeks later, right? So we topped off, we started to move down 33 weeks later. 33 weeks, 39, pretty close together. Gives us a little bit of a range to go off of too. If we go off of our current halving this cycle, which was in April 20th actually, which would have been this week, at the current week we're at right now, that is 28 weeks, okay? It's a little bit shorter. It's a little bit shorter on the amount of time that we've had, right? But still pretty close to that 33-week period. 39 weeks to 33 weeks, that's 6 weeks less. Could we be, in this case, 5 weeks less? Maybe being that it's only 2 iterations, I would say that the necessity to go to 33 weeks to 39 weeks is not there. That is the range that we've been given so far. And if that's the case, maybe we see the dominance continue to grow until December this year. If it's 39 weeks, maybe we see the dominance continue to grow until the beginning of next year. I'm not expecting that personally, and I don't think Ben Cowen is either. He's expecting the dominance to top off. I think he said actually he is expecting it to top off. Oh, he said it yesterday. Did he say that he's expecting it to top off next year? That's whenever it would start to go down. I mean, next year, clearly it's going to be going down, but when will it start to go down? I wouldn't, regardless of what he said, I'm not going to quote him because I'm not 100% sure. So this is not based off of what he said. This is just my own opinion. I do believe that we will see this thing turn around, if not in December, earlier, right? It could be this week, it could be next week, sometime in November is personally where I would be leaning toward, but at the latest I would think it would be December that we would see this thing top off, which would make sense because that would ignite an altcoin rally around the space. And generally we see those altcoin rallies coming in at the very end of the year and the very beginning of the year, right? Historically speaking, that's kind of been the case, right? Right here, it topped off literally December 28th, the beginning, like that was the very end, the last week of the year in 2020. That was that, right? 2017, the altcoin rally, let's see, right over here, beginning of the year, 2017, right? January was whenever we saw a lot of altcoins top off. Bitcoin topped off in December, and then altcoins ran from January to like March for some of them. Even some of them even went longer than that, but most of them topped off in January. Anyways, getting away from the point here, we're really close, you guys. This chart, and I realize videos like this, when I talk about the dominance, they don't get a lot of views, right? And it might be boring to some people, but it should excite you because when this thing moves down, it's a very bullish signal for all of crypto. And again, a move down does not mean Bitcoin's selling off. It means Bitcoin is moving up. Everything else is just moving up so much faster. So we're at the precipice of it, you guys. It's happening. We've hit Ben Cowen's 60% prediction. We're there, and I'm calling it his prediction because, dude, he's literally been predicting it since 2022. Here we are firmly entrenched in 2024. I'm excited to see what happens, man. I'm excited to see what happens. This is not a short process. This lasts for weeks, for months, right? Both times that we had exceptional drops down, it lasts a very long time. So time will tell whenever it happens. But regardless of if it's here or if we do what I think we're going to do, which is I think we're going to move down a little bit, see some altcoins pump this week, and then we'll probably move up more. We'll see Bitcoin tear up. It'll start to take off more so versus the rest of the market going into November. And then that might be our top, right? I think we'll get one more drop and then one more top, and then that will commence the dump, something like that. But even if it takes longer, we're very close. One way or another, guys, we're very close to altcoin season. So get your bags loaded. Back up the truck, man. Pack your bags. Load up on the coins that you want, because they're not going to be at the prices they're at for too much longer. They're going to be through the roof before you know it. You're going to blink. You're going to sneeze, and your eyes are going to shut. You're going to open them, and your coin's going to see 100% growth in a day or more, right? Like it's going to happen, and maybe not every coin, but I'm just saying, like, as kind of a blanket statement for the crypto space, man, things are going to get nuts. There's a lot of bullish things going on in the markets right now, a lot of bullish priming happening. And this one is something really to get excited about. And I really can't wait to watch this video. I can't wait. He deserves it, man. He got, I feel like, a lot of scrutiny for this. I didn't really believe that we'd see 60%, right? Because it took so long. I thought this was it back here, but I didn't like make any videos on this. I'm not going to predict the dominance because I don't know. It's not my forte. I'm more of a price guy, but it makes sense, man. We're in that golden ratio from a high to a low. It makes sense that we would top off right here. So that's that. I got nothing else to say. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.